today. Alright, let's see what 80 Crit Crit and Secret Elixir are bringing to the table.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They understood the assignment. Or did they? We
Did
don't
they?
know.
Alright, seeing this quad wiper from 80 Crit Crit over here. Ooh, gonna be a lot of Ultra Stamps from them. I'm wondering how that's gonna work out against this. It's almost more meta, this comp over here from Secret Elixir. Seeing some dualies, seeing the NZAP for that cooler.
Yeah, honestly, the only difference I'm seeing here is just the lack of that shot of that Zuka. Because we've been seeing some of the, like the bucket and the dualies doing some more work up on the front line as well, alongside the splatter shot.
I also forgot to mention, iMad, this is an all zones tournament. So the only mode we're going to be seeing here today is zones.
Ooh.
10 different maps, but all zones.
All zones. So we're
Nothing but zones.
extra spicy today. Ooh, right now it looks like it's going to be the Wiper gang on the back foot right now. 80 Crit Crit just trying to find a way to get back in. Hammer's going to be thrown out, but unfortunately the Crab's going to claim a few of their own, and that's going to be another 3 down. They have yet to be able to cap the zone.
Yeah, Secret Elixir has all 4 up right now. We're seeing the NZAP over here on this left side really pressuring, trying to get some paint on the ground. 80 Crit Crit is really far back in their spawn, having a little hard time trying to get out. They do have a special up here, but it is really hard to pull up an Ultra Stamp when you're that far back.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why they do have like the Wiper Deco in their mix as well for those missiles. And here we go, 2 members of Secret Elixir down. They're going to be running down the blaster with the missiles getting popped, and they're going to get their first zone cap, and they are still in this first game.
I love that combination that just happened right there. Because of the missile target, that Ultra Stamp user was able to know exactly where the members of Secret Elixir were, trying to hunt them down with that Ultra Stamp. They weren't able to get the pick there, but I see how that combination could work out really well.
And not only did they know where they were, is like they had to jump out because they had missiles on them and a hammer bearing down. They couldn't deal with one or the other. So
Yeah,
just
they had to
flee.
get out. Ooh, and that's a wipeout. Secret Elixir now pushing up into 80 Crit Crit's space here. We're seeing a pretty aggressive NZAP pushing up into the spawn. Ooh, they're all kind of up here on this plat right now. One goes down, another goes down on 80 Crit Crit. Oh, it's going back and forth, but right now 80 Crit Crit really has to get back to zone. They're finding a hard time to get Secret Elixir off of their plat here.
2 members down. Oh, one goes down on the left side there, and the strikes are going to come out to claim another. They are just really staggered at the moment. They are finding it difficult to get back in. It's just the lone Wiper remaining, and they are almost out of penalty points. Just 10 more points to the KO. They're going to have to make a Hail Mary of a play right now.
Ooh, and they're putting paint on the ground, they're rushing through zone, but they are just not strong enough. They get taken down, and this first match goes to Secret Elixir.
Very well played. And again, it's like that is a little bit more of what we've been seeing lately. We just like you take out the shot, but they're still running kind of like that end zap and that rapid blaster. They used it really effectively. Like I could see the vision with the quad wiper, but maybe it's just not their map for it.
You saw the vision with the quad wiper?
It's chaotic.
I sure didn't see the vision. I'll admit to that wholeheartedly. I like that they're trying to do a different sort of meme comp. They're trying to say, well, we like the meta how it is. So if we're not able to do the meta, then this is what we're presenting. But now they can see a team like Secret Elixir really does know how to play a non-meta comp. So maybe they're going to bring out something different next time.
Perhaps so, because I'd say Humpback Pump Track, not the best map for wipers. You know, any sort of like the Splatana class, they're very much a straight shooter. They have like very solid lines of their firing, of their ink. There's a lot of hills and valleys and humps in Humpback Pump Track, so it is very difficult to hit a clean shot, at least if you don't have the height advantage.
Ah, I see. I hadn't thought of that. This isn't a counter pick, by the way. This is just what the map modes are lined up. There's not counter picks until later on in the tournament. But if it had to be a counter pick, this would be a good one against Wipers.
However, like this could, although, present the opportunity for a lot of flanking. Like, because there is that huge ring around the side, like if Secret Elixir isn't careful, 1 or 2 Wipers could certainly get behind them and wreak some havoc.
They do have some good weapons for flanking, though, like the dualies. And, well, that NZAP was pretty aggressive on the side of Secret Elixir.
That's true. It got to a point where like they had such a substantial lead. It's like the best way to hold that lead is just to stall out in the base. And so that meant just getting aggressive, getting up in their face, especially after a wipeout like that.
Alright, goodness. Let's see how this one goes. 80 crit crit versus Secret Elixir. This is the match point, I believe, because this is best of 3.
It is
So,
indeed.
80 crit crit really gotta get this one. And they're still sticking with the wipers! Alright!
Ooh, but they got the double deco this time, so they're going for the double the missiles and less of the hammers.
Hmm. You think that will make a big difference in this team comp?
Mmm. We're gonna find out. I feel like just overall having like a more even mix, like the missiles can certainly help them break in. At the very least, just make them move, spread them out a bit. But already we're seeing the shot going out from who knows where, so they're already getting some cheeky plays in.
Ooh. See an Ultra Stamp on the side of 80 Crit Crit. They get a pick there. 2 are down from Secret Elixir. Now 80 Crit Crit has control of this zone. We're seeing Secret Elixir pushing back into mid, throwing their bombs, using what they can. Oh, we see a Tri-Strike coming out from Secret Elixir as they rush the zone. Now they have control of it, and 80 Crit Crit still trying to stay alive. They only have 2 members up right now, though.
Ooh, and there's gonna be a third one going down as well. They're getting some jumps in over the bunker there. Nice beacon placements, but the whale's gonna claim another. They're just slowly getting trickled to spawn, and that's kind of the thing. Like once they use all their specials, they don't really have any more initiation, so they have to be very smart about how they play defense.
Alright, what we're seeing here is Secret Elixir has full control of zones. They're using strikes just to keep 80 Crit Crit away from the zone, but 2 Ultra Stamps are really trying to do some damage here. 80 Crit Crit trying desperately to paint the zone, and now they have control. 2 of their members still up, trying to take space here on this left side as we see a member of Secret Elixir jumping back.
Okay, here comes the defensive missiles. They see them starting to push in, but the strikes are gonna try to go for the zone, and they're gonna claim it right there. They just like when those strikes come out, they just lose so much pain. It makes it so much harder for them to maneuver. But here we go, missiles out again. They got 2 of their wipers up, and they're trying to make something happen here. But the bucket is just gonna outplay them right there.
Alright, Secret Elixir here in control of the zone right now. They do have a lot of paint on the ground, although there are only 2 members up. 1 is jumping in, keeping control of the zone. Oh, but the Ultra Stamp! It takes another victim as the second one behind it is trying to find another pick. Ooh, but Kurta on the blaster was able to get the Ultra Stamp before it was able to turn around on her.
Another strike coming out, another 2 down for the wiper. Ooh, but a nice splat on the blaster over in the corner.
Ooh.
If they're able to hold that position, they get some nice jumps in, but already the plot machine is spotting them out. They're going to be trying to push them back. It's just like a matter of trying to hold as much space as they can right now. They have 2.5 minutes left to do this, but the penalty points are already almost out for Secret Elixir.
Ooh. 1 goes down on 80 Crit Crit. They are kind of trying to get back to the zone. They're kind of pushed back right now by Brendan here on this bucket. Ooh, members of 80 Crit Crit trying to jump in, but they get immediately taken out. As I say that, they get taken out by the Ultra Stamp. 80 Crit Crit in a good position to retake the zone here as 3 members of Secret Elixir go down. Ooh, we're seeing a beacon placement trying to be really aggressive here, trying to hold the zone for as long as they can.
Yeah, it was a nice play, and they were able to get the blaster right at the end there, so they're not going to have that for the retake, but already one of the wipers goes down and strikes are on hand. I'm going to be firing out. They're going to have to paint over that if they want to keep the zone, but yes, they're going to be paint. Nope, never mind. the attempt was made, but that's going to be 2 down, and the zone flipped back in Secret Elixir's favor.
Yeah, I just noticed that Secret Elixir has double strikes on their side, so if they both have strikes on that zone, it's going to be impossible for 80 Crit Crit to be able to take it.
And it's not the largest of zones either. Like, even just the 1 strikes, if they're not trying to actively paint over it, could recap it.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, then it's a real bummer that they have 2 of them, because 80 Crit Crit's not going to have a chance against that.
Oh, but they're holding it for now. And a nice splat on the T-Tech and the NSF as well. 2 of the shooters are down, so it's just the bucket and the blaster remaining. If they're able to fight against these strikes here, they might be able to hold on the zone. And all their shooters are down. Here we go. Yeah, they're holding it. They're holding it. Oh, but the bucket's coming in. Getting 1. They get the NSF though.
80 Crit Crit has to get this zone right now. They have to get this to get the points to go back down. Otherwise, they're going to get penalty as Secret Elixir paints it. But they got control back. Oh, as another member of 80 Crit Crit goes down, there's just a lot of back and forth trying to hold this mid position.
They're in exactly the position they want. They got Secret Elixir staggered. They get the lead. They're 7 seconds away from the KO. Yeah, 2 more. Just 1 left, and that's going to be game for 80 Crit Crit.
Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Just how scrappy they really had to be in mid there just to hold it against Secret Elixir. Goodness.
It was all about like just kind of the flow, right? Right at the beginning of the game, Elixir had the upper hand. They had 80 crit in kind of like that stagger mode. But once they kind of broke out of that and they put Secret Elixir in that stagger, they didn't let them have the zone every single time that they used those strikes. They were able to maintain that lead and just get it all the way to the KO like they did.
Yeah, they found their momentum. And as I was saying earlier about the tri-strikes, just I was worried that, 6 strikes, 2 users using tri-strikes at the same time, that would just instantly take the zone for Secret Elixir. But as they put one of their sets of tri-strikes on that zone, 80 crit was right there on top of it, just painting over it immediately. It may have gone to neutral, but 80 crit was able to repaint it so quick that they were able to keep the timer going down.
And I think like they put Secret Elixir in more of a desperate situation. Like they took down both the T-Tech and the NZAP early on before they even used the strikes. So like even when they went to throw out the strikes, they didn't have any backup paint to contest that. So they were able to, like you said, just paint over the strikes, not let them even retake the zone.
It's such a good play too, because that's really what you have to do. If you let that paint just sit there, Secret Elixir is just going to come up and just paint a little bit, and that zone is theirs. So 80 Crit was in the best position they could have been. They were right on top of the zone, just easily able to paint over it immediately, and they were able to retake it from there.
Yeah, like they accomplished the first step. They stayed alive. And then once the strikes are out of the way and they were able to recap the zone, they were able to use their own strikes in retaliation. And again, Secret Elixir, like they were, half their team was down or respawning, so like they were able to just take on, even if it was a 1v1 or a 2v1, still able to take some of those fights that were more in their advantage.
My goodness. Well, seeing as the next map mode is Splat Zones on Robo Ramen, I'm thinking that's going to be Quad Wiper again. Probably the same, the two, what was it, Deco and the 2V? Yeah. No, you don't think so? I think this has a good potential for Beacon.
No. I think the Beacon art is great potential. I'm thinking of more like, do they want the double missiles again, or do they want to have some more of the torpedo and the Ultra Stamp? Yeah, because the Ultra Stamp goes pretty hard on here, and I think just with the more maneuvers that they're able to do, or just like all that lower area that they can sneak around in, the Wiper's going to have a fun time, but no, they're going to go for the half Wiper, half Deco.
Yeah, and I think that's the safest bet. You want to have maybe half of the team doing the missiles, just because it covers more ground that way.
Yeah, and we saw them, they were able to chain them the same way that they were chaining the double strikes, they were chaining the double missiles in return, so that just kept Secret Elixir more off kilter.
We're seeing on this left side here, this Dooley's user trying to get paint on the ground, being uncontested so far. They're just really painting here. We're seeing 80 Crit kind of pushed back. They're trying to get out at the moment. They have specials up, but they're not using them quite yet. Maybe they're trying to get a pick first. The Secret Elixir really got a hold of mid right here with this crab coming out. Ooh, 80 Crit trying to get some picks. They got one in this back corner. Let's see if they can get another with this hammer here. They do not find it. Oh, they're having a hard time getting back to mid, unfortunately.
Yeah, Secret, so they did opt to go back to the duelies with that crab. That might be 80 Crit's downfall if the Secret Elixir was able to use it right, because it has a lot of holding space on this map once you get into the center there, but that requires them to break back in, and right now 80 Crit doing a good job of keeping Secret Elixir out. They're going to lose one of their wipers in the process.
Ooh, seems the specials go out from Secret Elixir now with this crab and the killer whale. They're able to take zone as one member of 80 Crit is down. Although as I say that, another member goes down, but on the side of Secret Elixir, this Ultra Stamp trying to get another pick. They find it quick here, painting up zone, throwing out the torpedoes, trying to get another pick, pushing up with their friend here, just getting some space.
Because of like what is it, all the zone is like a small area around there, and then it's just the lower area. When the hero comes out, you either hold the zone or you run. You either run or you get splatted. That is really the only two options you got there. So It's like popping Ultra Stamp on this is such good, and then using the missiles to combat the crab and take it down. See, that's exactly where they want to be. They're going to be taking the lead now.
Wow, we're seeing 80 Crit here in the lead. We're seeing them paint up in mid here, putting some beacons down, trying to keep this aggressive stance. We've seen Ultra Stamp come out, trying to get some picks, but Secret Elixir is pushed pretty far back, just trying to stay alive for the moment as they build their specials.
Oh, and that's going to leave Bucket out of commission. And no more strikes for them. Not an easy
Ooh.
zone cap right here. But that is going to be one of the wipers going down. All they got to do is hold it. All they got to do is paint. One more goes down. They're so close. And Secret Elixir is going to steal it back.
They got the specials with them, the Secret Elixir. 2 are down on the side of 80 crit now. Secret Elixir pushing up, painting up. Ooh, they're trying to be more aggressive, but at the same time, just a lot of their members are holding back. We see Cactus here on the left side really getting some paint on the ground, really keeping 80 crit back, but I'm not sure it ends up as a good match against the Wiper here. Oh no! Cactus, no!
Especially when it goes into the abyss, you certainly can't fight it there, but that's going to be 80 crit taking the zone back there with some nice plays. And I saw several beacon jumps as well from behind, like even if they didn't get the splash, just the fact that they're constantly putting pressure from behind. Secret Elixir doesn't know which way to turn right now.
That's right. Oh goodness, I thought another one was going to fall down. That would have been so upsetting. Alright, we're seeing the Ultra Stamp come out from the side of 80 crit. Oh, they get the wipeout! Let's go! They're being really aggressive right here, just holding this offensive position. They don't even need to move up too much farther. They've got the paint, they've got the aggression, they've got range. They don't have to be all up in Secret Elixir's spawn.
Well, Secret Elixir, they got Crab.
Yeah, it's true.
They have Crab and the strikes came out, and that's going to be 3 down. The last remaining Wiper trying to fight for their life against the Dualies.
Ooh.
They do take him, but the Bucket comes to clean up. So now it is Secret Elixir in control, and they don't have too many penalty points left, but there's still a good deal of points left to get the lead. So we'll see if 80 Cricket is able to break back in, but the Bucket is holding strong for the time being.
Wow, that Bucket dodged that Ultra Stamp so narrowly. They do get picked off here, though, as another Ultra Stamp comes out from the side of 80 crit. They get taken out by this whale, though, as we see Kurta over here on the left getting a pick before moving towards zone. 3 are down on the side of 80 crit as Kurta moves up with this blaster. We're seeing a lot of paint on the ground here as the members of Secret Elixir continue to move forward.
They're in a bit of a stagger. 2 of their members went down. They still have some time to regroup, but they're going to have to regroup as we get into the last 30 seconds. They don't want to rush this right now. They don't want to get too impatient or too eager here. But here we go. The crap is coming out. The hammer is going to be coming in response, coming up from behind. See if they're going to get a splat. The missile is going to be caught with it. But no, 3 members go down. Just 1 wiper remaining. They have a jump. They get a nice splat. Just a few points left from the lead.
Oh, no!
4 seconds and the 80 crit gets the cat back. Let's see if they can hold it. And they do. 80 crit. Down to the wire for that last game to take the set.
Huge, as someone said in chat. Oh goodness, what a game. It was such a back and forth there. Secret Elixir had the upper hand for a while with all those specials, using that crab, getting those picks, but I feel like 80 Crit knew what to focus on there in the end. They knew just to focus on the zone, to stay at the zone, to paint the zone. And that's all they needed. They needed that control to get the timer down, and they did.
And that's the other thing, is like when you have like a really balanced comp like that, you kind of have a method that you want to run. Like we saw Secret Elixir, they held their corner, they went for the 80 Cricket's current corner. Like those were the 2 spices you want to hold. The Wipers, we got 4 of them, you can go wherever you want. Like they were flanking left, right, center, and then just placing beacons everywhere. It's like they weren't nailed down to a formula. They are literally pure chaos. And so even if they didn't win every single one of their 1v1s, even if they were half their team down, the fact that they had 1 up meant that they could get the rest of them in and still cause havoc from behind, versus a 2-sided and a straight blade. Like,
I don't know enough to tell you you're wrong, so I'm just gonna believe you.
I could be making stuff up and you wouldn't know.
That's right. Oh, and we're seeing the first pencils on both sides. Now remember, they are allowed to have pencil as long as they're not allowed to run any special, as long as they don't have special charge up or tenacity. So I don't see any of that on either side, so that's good.
That is indeed good. So first of all, we have the Reflux. Is that the Deco? That's the Deco, that's that variant. And it has the Splash Roll and the Reflux. Wait, no, the Reef Slider. I'm sorry. They both get the Reef. I'm mixing them up.
That's okay. Alright, we are seeing here Stripes on this Reflux, doing a lot of damage, pushing up pretty far with these strikes from their friend, their teammate here. Though they get taken down, we're seeing the yellow side here, we're seeing Apple Fritters getting some paint on the ground, trying to retake the zone.
Yes, indeed. Like, Stans was pushed up pretty far there, but Apple Fritters able to break back in. Ooh, here comes the screen.
Actually, I
as
think I got
well.
those backwards. I'm trying to figure out what the names of which one is. Okay, so blue side is Apple Fritters. Yellow side is Stan's. There we go.
Sans is now in the lead. And Apple Fritters is currently trying to break back in. Ooh, but they are still getting aggressive. That's going to be another 3 down.
Ooh, Stan's here, yeah, getting pretty aggressive. All 4 members of their team up onto this elevator here. They are pushing forward. They are getting onto the enemy plat. Doesn't look like Apple Fritters has much of a chance to get back in. They're throwing everything they can at that crab. Ooh, and the crab does fall back a little bit. They don't get taken down yet, though.
Oh, but it's a good play right here. Throw the strikes to get them out of the base, and the Refighter on the zone, but they don't cap it. They just got to get some cleanup. There we go. Still in the game. Getting the nice before they can hit it down below 10.
Alright, we're seeing Spike here and Apple Fritters good, pushing up with the rest of their team. Ooh, they're being pretty aggressive here. Stands back in this corner. They are getting picks, though. They are trying to get back into mid. No specials yet, though. There is one killer whale. Oh, but it's not enough to really push forward.
Indeed, like they're fighting for the zone. They're trying to get back in. Ooh, Tika trying to stop them. But they're getting close. Like they don't have any specials to really lock it down yet. And the reef slide is online for Apple Fritters there, and so they're going to be going in. Don't even go for the zone, just trying to go for the splash. So it is going to be Stans retaking the zone.
Ooh, they're going to have to paint against these strikes here, but members of Apple Fritters are in zone right now. Ooh, Captain Happy here pushing up with this squeezer. Or, I'm sorry, this 52 here. Pushing up, getting onto the flat. Ooh, they're trying to get some picks here. It is kind of a stalemate with all of these walls, though.
So right, let's see. Both teams have at least one wall, and that does lend itself to a lot of good for defense when they're trying to hold the ramp there. But they're trying to break in. It's just a scuffle in mid. Once again, the strikes do flip the zone back into Apple Fritter's side, but they did lose. No, I'm sorry, it was Stan that lost a member. So, and they're just gonna paint right over it. All right then.
Yeah, able to continue holding zone here. There are members of Apple Fritters on the ground now, though. This reflex here painting up, getting control of zone pretty quickly. Although members of Stans are pretty pushed up as well. They are getting really aggressive. They are trying to hold this zone. Ooh, they really don't want Apple Fritters to get any more points.
No, they do not. Like, they have a bit of a hefty penalty right now. They have to chew through that before they can start getting the more points of their own. But they're doing a good job of just holding the zone right now. Oh, that's going to be a double for the splash. Pop and grab to possibly get another. Now they're able to escape off on their own. Strikes are going to come out. Just kind of stall the zone. No, they're just trying to break out of their base. Not even able to get to the zone just yet. Stan's just doing a good job of locking it down. Like, they just got a couple more points to get the KO. They are going to be so close. For the reef slide is online though, and they take out the reef slide. That was such a good pick right there, because that's going to give them the game.
Yeah, seeing those strikes come out from the side of Apple Fritters, I was hoping that they were trying to make a push to zone there, but they really didn't have the resources. They didn't have the ability to get that far up with stands just all around them, all up on their plat. They just couldn't get out of there, even with strikes, even with specials.
No, absolutely. It's like they were pushed forward far enough that they had to use their resources just to even get out of their base, let alone go for the zone. I was like, if they try to go for the zone, they would just leave themselves in a pinched position.
Yeah, goodness. And good pencil usage still from both sides, I feel. Like, maybe they don't have to be just a soda spammer to be effective, which I think is, really important to note, because I feel like a lot of perhaps a lot of Twitter users feel that pencil is just a soda spammer, and that's the only use that it has. But pencil as a weapon is pretty powerful. Like, just having the 5 shots stored up like that, it's a little bit unpredictable for a charger, because you can do those shots so quickly. Although it does take more than 1 shot to get you down. Sometimes it's just the poking, the chip damage that's really good for the rest of your team.
And that is the thing about pencils. To me, I feel like it's one of those weapons that isn't super reliant on gear abilities, as opposed to, say, like the splatting glass. Like, if you're not running at least 2 mains on some of your splattings, like, what are you doing? But a pencil is like, maybe you have some LDE, maybe you have a little bit of run speed, but other than that, the main weapon functions so well on its own. It's like, you're able to just get away with stacking so much quick charge up and maybe some special power up just to cater to the cooler side of it. But like you said, like, if you take that away, then it still functions really well on its own as a main weapon.
All right, now we're going to be seeing splat zones on Humpback Pump Track. Ooh, we're revisiting this map. I'm wondering how this is going to work for those pencils. As I think you said before that this isn't really a favored map for chargers.
It doesn't, yeah, for chargers, for Splatanas, it just doesn't do well in a lot of their engagements, you know? Because of all the little divots you have there, it's a lot easier for some more like buckets, blasters, even some of the shooters able to get around without having to worry about getting sniped at. Because they have a lot more cover to work with, but it's still, the pencils still can do a good job of painting. They can still get a lot of paint out because they don't have enemy like aerial obstructions.
Right. All right, let's see what we're working with for stands. Ooh, the roller that came out. But it looks like Apple Fritters is keeping to a similar team comp.
Ooh, Captain Happy though, swapping to the roller, that's going to be huge. Now, we were talking about the Splatanas having some good flanking potential, some good wrap potential on this map. Roller is in that same vein. If it can get down to some of those divots, some of those valleys, they can come up from behind and just completely outflank the enemy team. But right now, it's going to be, ooh, that is Apple Fritters with the zone right now. They were the one rocking the reflex last time.
Yes, I believe that is Apple Fritters. Though we're seeing in control of zone right now is Stans with this crab here just pushing up with the rest of their team. Ooh, they're being pretty aggressive actually. They're getting close to the enemy spawn there, just kind of being a rat, getting some picks down here.
Oh, here comes a roller. They don't see the roller. No, the roller is going to get taken down, but not before they pop the bubble. It's going to just stall out for some time right now, getting down to 60 points. But the strikes are going to be coming out. Going to be testing that zone.
Oh goodness. It is neutral right now, although all the members of stands are around this zone. They're trying to get these picks. Ooh, there's a trade that goes down as Lemon able to take the zone for Apple Fritters. Apple Fritters are pretty good.
Apple Fritters indeed pretty good, and pretty good at holding the zone too. A nice play right there. Just got to get a little paint to keep it, the point ticking. Crab's going to be used. So it's a screen, but the strikes are going to be in retaliation. But the screen's going to hide the curler bomb that came out, and now the roller's going to be rushing this reflux.
Oh, wow. 2 members of stands to take down that 1 member of Apple Fritters. Though the members of stands are around this zone now, able to keep it pretty well painted. We see this bubble on the right side as this roller is trying to sneak around to get some more sticky picks here.
That is going to be Apple Fritter's bucket taken out, so their strikes are going to take a little bit longer to charge up, but I just realized they are running double strikes, so they already have another one online, and then they're going to be taken down.
Alright, we see Apple Fritters on this zone here. We see them pushing up a little bit. They're just trying to hold it for right now, though. We see a pencil fight over here on the left side. Ooh, but Stan's able to hold off. Goodness. Trying to remember which side is which.
Yeah, it's going to be Apple Fritters retaking the zone finally, getting 2, and then another 2, keeping Stans pretty staggered at the moment, but then they're going to lose their reflex, and they did swap to the vanilla reflex with the missiles.
Ooh, Apple Fritters are pretty good. Gets taken down. 2 members are taken down now as Stans retakes this zone. Captain Happy doing some more flanking over here with this bubble and this roller. Ooh, they get a pick. They are just being super aggressive. Another pick off of Apple Fritters. Now, Stans just really up in the enemy base here. Really up by their spawn, getting these picks, preventing them from getting anywhere close to zone.
Yeah, this is what we saw from Stans last time on Marlin. They were able to just get up into the enemy base, get up beneath their ledge so that they have to spend the resources just to break into out of their base right now. But they are able to clear out the roller as well as the other shooter. So now they're going to be Captain Zone. They still have some points to get through, but they are still in this fight nonetheless.
Apple Fritters trying to paint up here, trying to get some picks, but Stans is being pretty aggressive, getting these picks. One on the left side. We see this user here getting another pick. Ooh, but they get taken down by Lemon. Lemon trying to get a bomb on the zone, trying to repaint it, but they just don't have the paint right here to recontrol the zone.
It really comes down to those ink strikes. Like, that is the main opener for Apple Fritter right now. And so anytime they have those online, they want to be able to push in with them and take value out of it. But every single time Stans is ready to retaliate. Like, they get this blast, they get 2 members down, and then with the screen, they don't see that roller coming.
Ooh, Captain Happy here under this ledge, just getting some more paint up on the enemy spawn. Ooh, they're trying to get some picks, but they're just not in a great position to do so right now. We're seeing Apple Fritters trying to get back to zone, trying to get some picks here. They do get a pick, but zone is still in Stan's favor. Will they be able to paint it in time?
Oh, it's such a dangerous place for that bucket to be. The roller seeks them out. The strikes are going to come out. It is so close to getting capped, but the 1 point is going to go to Stans for game 2.
Oh, goodness. Oh, they got so close there for a second. Just Apple Fritters trying to throw whatever they could at the zone to keep it painted, but because all the members of Stans were right there, they were able to repaint over it so quickly.
Mm-hmm. No, again, it's like Apple Fritter had a good strategy going. They were trying to... They had a couple times where they had some good plays, but I think they just weren't quite able to get the level of aggression that Stans was to them. They couldn't quite break into Stans' base in the same way that they were getting broken to theirs. So it's just like the midline just was shifted a little bit towards them, and so that just made things more awkward for them to hold the zone.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it was down to the weapon picks. Something like a roller is just way better at being aggressive and just holding those ledges like they were.
Okay, I think we get into some
At
of that
VOD
same
enjoyers,
kind
I
of
forgot to
characteristics that we see
unpause,
for...
so we missed
Oh,
the
was it
game.
ramen? Almost
So,
in the
yeah, my
opposite
bad.
way.
Two
You know, like
people
instead of
on
having
YouTube
the
recording.
zone.
Being more aggressive over on this right ledge, Michelin Heroes is having a lot of trouble trying to get out.
You know, we were talking about how difficult it is to break into the base through the spinner because of how visible it is. We just saw a screen getting used, and so they were able to sneak in behind that, and they're pretty locked in on Michelin Heroes base right now. They're gonna have to break it back out. We're down to 20 points. This is the all or nothing play right here. They're gonna have to just try to make something happen.
Yeah, Michelin Heroes using this crack and using that killer whale, trying to get the zone, but they're not even able to neutralize it. There's just too much paint on the ground from the side of Nalwal, and Nalwal gets this match point.
And they even had 2 members down off in the wall, but just like not enough time to paint the zone. It just ticked down right in front of them.
I feel like they didn't have the weapons and the specials to paint it, because it was that Kraken and that whale that were the last specials used to try and retake that zone, and neither of those specials paint.
No, you're right. Like they had Kraken on the leader, Whale on the Nova, Weihtbreaker on the Blaster, and then they had Cooler. They had Cooler Zap. So like, yeah, you're right. They had no zone specials at all. So it's just like they relied solely on being able to get the picks and have the manpower, but they weren't able to do that. They were just pushed too far back.